episode of Dev Tooling, I'm going to talk about a very useful a plugin for Visual Studio Code. VSC is a code editor that a lot of you use. It's useful for building and debugging, modern web and cloud applications. But anyway, so what you see here is my Visual Studio Code. If you go to the marketplace, this is where you find most of the plugins, all of the plugins. If you typed in this tool called Thunder, you'll see a whole bunch of Thunder here, but the one that we're interested in is called Thunder Client. Let me just briefly explain this. And a lot of you probably use this tool called Postman, right? So Postman is a API first, right? Development tool. It is used a lot by developers working on API client, API transactions, automated testings, and things like that. So what this tool is, this is a mini version of Postman. This is not done or made by Postman, but by someone else. But it has garnered such a wide popularity that I think it's just worth having it. And I used it myself. This is just a very useful tool. If you want to embed Postman-like features in your Visual Studio Code. So you don't have to toggle back and forth between Postman and Visual Studio Code. A lot of times, those of you in web development knows it's very cumbersome to have to toggle, amongst, a couple of dozen, different apps. Sometimes just go back and forth with your Git running back and, a whole bunch of other stuff too. So in this Thunder client, let's just install it and let me illustrate how this works. So what you need to do is click on this install, and this Thunder client comes with this this lightning rod here. So when you install this, it takes about a couple seconds, and then you'll see this little icon popped up saying Thunder client. This is where you find it, right? So once done, you can pretty much just click on this. It's in your left panels and go straight to it. So let me just close this. So this is what you see. Just like Postman, you can set up your new requests. You can also create collections too. I won't get into that details, and set up the environments as well. But in the new request, let's just do a quick test, right? So you will see that the look and feel looks very, very similar to what you see in Postman. You get a response on the right side. I believe you can toggle this as well to change into a different view. But the important thing is that you get your header, right? And also the off sections and the body sections. You can choose different types of payload, text, JSON, XML, so on and so forth to get to it. I like this one called requesting. And this requesting has a whole bunch of burned in API get requests, post requests, put, patch, delete, right? So on and so forth. Let's just do a simple get. Let me just copy and paste this from this website. Again, I mean, this is not permanent, right? I don't know if they can change this later on, but you can definitely find something of your like and use it online and do a test. So if you just do a get request and do a send, you can see here I'm getting back a status 200. You can see the header and response and the cookie that comes back and things, so on and so forth. So this website also has a post. Let me just paste this in it. So this time I'm going to create a post. As you can see here, this is very similar to what you would do with Postman. So with this post request, I believe there is a body. This body has to be a JSON like this. So this one issued a specific post to this endpoint with this payload, and this comes back with a resource created on the server side with the ID and created at timestamp. So yeah, I mean, this is in general, and if you have an API that requires an auth headers, right? Maybe a bearer token that's required for you to process your request. You just have to specify these in there. Again, this is very basic HTML REST API requests. And again, this is a very useful tool embedded in your Visual Studio Code called Thunder Client that you can use in addition to your other development tasks. Everything inside Visual Studio Code.